Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to Shivery Timbers, where today, just drink it in. It's a lovely clear blue sky. No snow today, but there is still snow on the ground. I mean, it's a fairly frosty place here, but yeah, no snowstorms today. Things are just chugging along as they do. And I think we should get started by having a little look. We'll speed up time here. We can let things run along, but we should have a little look at our heating situation, because it's currently, like, these guys inactive, right? It's not being heated or unheated at the moment, because it was pointed out in the comments that I missed a tiny little sliver of pipe there. Okay, so they're all now heated, and wow, look at that. That's great. Oh man, I'm really thrilled about this. Alright, well, we better check. I mean, this notch here is meaning that all of this stuff is unheated as well. So let's, can we do this? Oh, ready? Donk, and then, bring! Wow, look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh man, I'm so thrilled about this. I mean, this is the first time that I've played a snow map, as you guys know. And so it's the first time that I've actually, gone through and put in this heating pipey stuff. So, you know, this is a delightful little thing. It is. How much money do we have? Okay, we're okay. We can keep going on this. Just keep donking in. There we go. Donking in all of these. I probably don't need to upgrade this whole circle, but we're going to, because, well, you got to do it for completeness, right? May as well. So that goes to there, and then we can go around this way. I didn't really need to, because I could have got it from here, because that's all connected. Where does that connect to? Down this way. Aha, I see. So, we may as well just keep going as far as we can go and get this place all heated up, get everyone nice and toasty. And what's this doing to our electricity? Wow, it's down to 150 megawatts because people don't need to use their electric heaters anymore. Now they can just use, you know, like a radiator. So, like in, I think in New York City, they actually have, like, you know how in films that are set in New York City, they have that classic trope where it's, you know, at night time, it's in the winter, and it's really cold, and then you have, like, steam coming up out of grates in the street, and it's all, like, atmospheric and whatnot, and it kind of plays out in, hey, we're a big town. Ah, we can get another new area, we get taxation policies, we can build an IT cluster, that's pretty rad. Level 5 unique buildings. A blimp? Oh. Maybe we need a blimp? Maybe we need a metro system. That'd be pretty awesome. And we can... Oh, high density. Fantastic. Oh, guys, this is great. Oh, oh, I'm thrilled about this. Alright. But first, let's get this down. Anyway, so what was I saying? Right, Gotham City, in the Batman films. It's kind of... I mean, Gotham City is kind of the cartoon version of New York City, right? That's pretty much my understanding, is that's how it's been. That's the sort of universe that they're dealing with, or it's a yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Anywho, so with Gotham City, they also have that sort of clouds of steam coming up through grates. I mean, it's kind of a standard thing when, you know, Bruce Wayne's parents get killed. You're in a dank alleyway somewhere where it all goes down, and there's, you know, that steamy sort of stuff going on on a cold winter's night. Anyway, so where was I going with that story? Did I just want to talk about radiators? I think that's what it was, guys. I think I just suddenly felt the desire to talk about radiators. It's just because of rolling out this heating network. Apparently, I'm heating these trees as well, which is like the seats in this park are all now heated, which is cool. But I'm not sure, like, do you need a heated seat in a park? I'm not sure if that's really super necessary, but I'm pretty thrilled by that, guys. I'm very, very happy with getting this heat network rolled out, with the exception of to the fire pit park here, which I suppose I could connect up, but it's kind of not necessary. We can probably let it, we can probably ignore that for now. Let's, hang on, let's top up our lake here, just as a bit of housekeeping, right? Just do a little top up here. And off it goes. Doom, 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 doom. And maybe we can speed things up a little bit. There we go. Okay, we'll just do a little top up. Every episode. I suppose, you know, I could look into building a little bit of a flood. It's okay, it's gone now. I could look at building a little channel to come out of that, but it's not really necessary. It's not super necessary. We don't need to worry about it that much. What do you reckon if we convert this section here and make it high density? I think that's probably... This is probably a good place to start, right? This can be like a high density... we'll turn it into high density office with some commercial. It's going to come in via the roundabout here. We've got a toll link this way as well, so that people can come straight in. And then all of these other little residential areas can access this via roads directly. And I think it should be... I think this should be able to handle that initial load. And then we'll continue building little suburbs around it. So, yeah? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so what's in here at the moment? In here at the moment, we've got some low-density commercial. So I feel like I want to have this so that there's, like, a couple of blocks of... So maybe we can do, like, offices in the center bits here, right? To get some industrial-y type stuff going on. We can get some high density on the end bits here, like this. Alright, and we'll just populate those in like that. And I might need to rearrange this a little bit. Right, because these paths here, well, that's not connected at all. So I might need to fix that up. But we can just do, let's just do like this for now. Right? Not there. Thank you. Or maybe, yeah, maybe we do want that there. Along that end piece. Maybe. Let's have that then. Let's do that. These roads are going to be a little bit small. I get the feeling they might get a little overloaded. But I guess we're going to have to, like... No. What am I doing here? Okay, let's do like that. Actually, we'll do the fill tool. That's what I was looking for. Undo, do. Good. So there's some high density stuff starting to populate in already. Let's get, I guess like... Oh, that's a bit orcs. Let's do this way. Right, and we'll come down to about there. We'll go a little deeper on this end. Right, and then we'll slot that in there like that. Right, so these high density people can have access to the rock park here. And I think... Okay, so what I want to do is have high density commercial in the center stretch. Right, like this. Big stores down here. Little paths to get to them and all that sort of lovely stuff. And then in the center here, because, you know, high density commercial does tend to be rather noisy, what we're going to do is we'll just sort of balance this out. As we go along, we'll just balance it out, and then we can put in like a strip of, not industrial, office zone, right? So we'll go like this, and we'll pull out, I don't know, what, 5 or 4? Let's do 4. Let's do 4, just like this. And we'll slide that in there like that, and we'll get some nice offices stacked in. And we'll just intersperse... there we go, and we'll have this one taken out as well. We'll just have little slices of each different type, so that we can keep this sort of separated, and just tune it so that we're using all of the requirements that we have as effectively as possible. Yeah? Because at the moment, we do need some more commercial. Which is interesting, considering I've just put in a big slab of high-density commercial. I suppose we can have another slot here. Another 4-wide slot? Sure, why not? We'll just have them staggered back and forth. 4. There we go. High-density commercial. In like that. In like that. Look at this. This is delightful. Ah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Really happy. This is starting to look really, really nice. Maybe we'll get another little spike of office requirements. But then I think let's come in from the end one more notch on this way with some more high density residential. Just like that. Spiffy. And should we go this way? Let's do it this way. So we'll knock out these ones here, have another row of 4. Good-o. Ooh, it's a very stripy neighborhood so far, isn't it? But I'm pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy. And with all the footpaths in here, what I'm hoping is that the people who live out on the ends, they can just walk straight to work. Whether they work at an office or at a big store, they're going to be able to get there easily. So what have we got in here so far? We've got a yakisoba noodle joint and a flaming ring. We've got a dental joint. Wow, a big burnt bean coffee with sparkly unicorn jewelry up the top. We've got some pop soda. We've got... What's that? Oh, that's that dental one again. Okay, great. And... Oh, some kind of crazy octopus. Go nuts donuts. I love it. And what are these ones? What do we got coming in here? This is Trident Accounting with a bit of a gap. And we've got Financial News. Lovely. We've got Happy Face Travel Agency. And look, it's even got a happy face on it. Well, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out too, Happy Face. I think this is doing pretty well. We've got a few like random houses shoved in here at the moment, which is not super great. And these giant, hideous tenement blocks. Again, not super great, but it's fine. These guys are enjoying themselves and doing well. I think we're gonna need more dense industrial in here. Sorry, dense residential. Let's do a blob of 5. Oop, and all of that. And we'll stretch this guy through like this. Right, and there. Good-o. More industrial. Said industrial again. More residential. Good stuff. Okay. Oh, this is... Wow, this is taking off. Utterly taking off. Well, let's check on some needs in this area, shall we? So, water should be fine. They should all be heated and everything's good there. Garbage is going to be a little bit problematic, honestly. But now, we can actually afford an incineration plant, which I think it's time that we pop one of these in. And should we put it over here? It's going to be nice and close to the to that area. The noise that it generates is going to just, you know, affect the highway at the moment. But I think, yeah, that's a good place. And we'll use that to get cracking on emptying out those other garbage dumps. And what's going on? Oh, right, I've got it in upgrade mode. So I'll just connect this up under the roundabout here and straight across to there. So that they can get some water and heating. Oh, they're probably going to need some power as well. Oh, no, of course they're not. Because that generates power. So it doesn't need power, but it can give us power if we connect it up like this. We'll just connect it straight to the toll booth here. That's fine. And there we go. Now the smiley face has like a jaunty hat made out of power lines. Whatever the case may be, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that is that's looking pretty fine right now. And all those garbage trucks are going to be paying tolls as they go into the Caleton area, which is also pretty good. So yeah, happy with that too. All right. So as this is now our kind of downtown area, how else are things doing in here? So garbage does require pickup, but we've gotten that sorted now. That should start, like these purple trucks should start getting all of that garbage and fixing things up for us, which is awesome. We are starting to get a bit of traffic problem here, so I might need to look at that momentarily. Medical is not too bad. It's actually pretty good. There's a little bit of a lack of coverage over here, but, I mean, how are we doing? We've got $192,000. We could consider getting a hospital in, or starting to do... Oh. Ooh. Yes, I think these guys absolutely need a sauna. Yeah, we'll put it down... Oh, we'll put it down here, guys. Right near the residential zone. Right? The main sort of area. And these guys are going to be super thrilled. Oh, we're going to need hot water for this. So let's just pipe this down to, I guess, here. Oh, space already occupied. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do a stretch straight across there. There we go. Some lovely hot water. Got a little smoky fire coming out of it. I heard a little tss then. Someone putting water under the hot rocks. So this will be great. When people need a little bit of rejuvenation, a little bit of extra warmth, they can just stroll straight down to this guy and get looked after quite comfortably. Right? Get in there, put a towel on. Oh, it'll be delightful. Jeez, I'd love to go to a sauna. I may have to... I'll have to look into that. I'll have to see if there's one nearby. Now, fire protection. across the board needs looking into. Because there's a problem up here. That's pretty bad. This is a bit of a problem down here. I wonder if it's time for me to look at getting a big fire station. And what's this? A fire helicopter depot and a fire watch tower. Okay. Well, we don't have any forest here, so we're kind of... I mean, there's a little bit there, but we're kind of protected from forest fires. With the exception of you know, Bob's area, which is just constantly burning down. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's go for some bigger stuff here on the bottom edge of the central business district. And this can then provide extra massive coverage for all of this, right? Slowly pushing out to cover some of that. But very, very importantly is covering this sort of area quite well. Health, look, I'll just fix up this area for now. Because we do need one in here to help protect these people from the horrible pollutants that are in the ground. And honestly, we really do need to get this. It's 17% full. This garbage landfill site needs to be moved. And that should be emptied as well. I want to move that out and get the noise away from this area. We're still having garbage collection issues. So, shall we see? I mean, this is pretty bad up here. Maybe, maybe we don't empty that out. No, I really do. I really need to empty that one out and move it a little bit further away from these guys. Maybe over the highway. We can have a little road coming up and over so that we can have an area out there that's separate and can provide services without being a stinky, horrible mess. I think that's probably a good idea. Right, so what's next for this area? Do we need some more police coverage? We kind of do. Should we get... Ooh, a prison? That reminds me of another game that I enjoy playing. Now, let's just get a big old police station here, and it's going to cover... Yeah, it's going to feed out a little bit, right? It's going to help to cover the rest of this city as well. And as we build new areas in here, they'll be a bit more closely connected. Education, pretty bad. Pretty terrible in this area. Let's do an elementary school at each end on these opposite corners. We can have one right here on Dean Street. Right? And then one down on this corner to help service all of these people in here. We probably should have, like, you know, Shivery Timbers Central High. Let's do that. So it's Shivery Timbers Central High School. Excellent. We've got 285 kids in that school, all getting looked after, all learning their you know, calculus and, you know, going to the gym and I don't know. What do you do at school? I've forgotten. It's been too long. University, I'm not sure if we really need just yet. There are 458 people that are eligible, and it's probably going to be a good idea that we start putting people into that. But for now, maybe we can just plop in a community school? Or... No, what am I looking for? Institute of Creative Arts. That's probably going to be fairly nice. And what's this? Modern Technology Institute. This is where I want to go to. So does this happen instead of a university? Are the two of them, like, similarly linked? They do the same thing? Teaches teenagers in the ways of technology, an alternative. Oh, well, it literally says on the tin that this is an alternative to the university. So that's okay. That's fine. I think that's what I want to do, because I'd like to make this like a full-on crazy IT place with full-on crazy IT buildings and all sorts of kooky crazy technology stuff, and I think that's going to be fun. But now that we have hit large, you know, a large city, we're starting to get traffic problems. So this is pretty bad here. We've got two sets of lights right next to each other that are just sort of getting gummed up. And through this main drag here as well, we're getting some problems. So here's what we're going to do. Bob, what I'm going to do is just sever... Should I sever Bob from this road? I feel like I should. I feel like I should, Bob. And maybe connect you straight to the roundabout instead? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's sever this... Right? And then let's see what we can do about just shifting where that traffic goes into the city. So if we use... Was it one of these? Small 4-lane? Yes. Let's see if we can sneak that out there. We'll do a squiggly one. So we'll come out like this. And then curve it in onto this road here. No, it wasn't that type of road. What was it? I guess it's this guy? 4-lane road with median. That sounds about right. Should we have a median with decorative trees? Or should we have a median with bus lanes? Or, oh, with tram tracks. That might be a thing to think about, guys. That might definitely be a potentially thing to think about. Okay, let's just do this guy for now. We'll just loop this out like... What's this? Space already occupied? Oh, okay. There we go. So we'll loop that out like that. We already have cars parking here, which I'm not thrilled about. But this provides another way for people to get in from this boulevard. They can come into the edge of the city here and work their way up and down. I mean, this is probably as far as I want to push this city, really. Now that I look at it, with the standard size streets that are in the middle here, I think this is really as far as Carrollton can go. Just because of, you know, just because of restrictions on roads and all that sort of stuff. Well, maybe. Maybe we can squeeze in a little bit more high-density residential. Right? We'll just populate this out like this. And we'll... Look, you may as well. This is the original final plan anyway. So we may as well blonk those in like that. That'll satisfy the rest of that. And then we can start considering putting in some bus lanes or trams. I think trams are going to be nice, but I am slightly biased in that because I live in Melbourne and they are kind of a very large part of Melbourne lifestyle. So taking trams everywhere you need to go. I feel like these people over here, I mean, this is still, I don't know what the heck is going on with these guys. This is almost empty though, so I can move it soon. But how are we going to get trams in here? And should we use trams? Are trams a good idea? I feel like they are, because, you know, it just goes down the middle of the boulevard, right? So if I extend this boulevard about, right, so what do we need? We need a depot, that's fine. And then we need a 4-lane road with tram tracks, which we can upgrade all of this to. How are we doing for cash? 137. Okay. Wait, there was something else that I needed to buy, wasn't there? It's okay. I'll have a ponder and see what comes to mind. But for now, let's get this road out here extended up. And what we're going to do is we'll have this lovely big ring, right, all the way around the outside of this boulevard and not that one. Shit. Okay. We'll have it all the way around this boulevard here. Oh, did that not upgrade? There we go. Okay. And yep, let's just go straight past through Bobton here. Or Bob's Country Bungalows. And then we'll use, I guess, we kind of, because I don't want to have those linked up, right? So then I need to have, like, plain tram tracks? Tram track, right? So the tram track, I then want that to come this way. Yes. Excellent. So the trams can go that way, but not the cars. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very happy with that, as a matter of fact. And then we need to put this... Oh my god, it's monstrous. Where can we put this? Where it's not going to be terribly, terribly noisy. I mean, it's going to be very noisy no matter which way we slice it. We can probably put it down here-ish, but don't want to have it too close to those guys. Do I put it about here? I mean, this is kind of in the service zone, so this is probably not a bad place to put it, but I'm having trouble getting it stuck onto the road there, and I definitely do not want to put it right in the heart of the city there. Here... Oh man, it's just such a huge zone around it that needs to be, you know, kind of ignored. There was a little flicker. Oh, there it is. There? I reckon that'll be pretty good, actually. So there we go. that's taken care of. Let's make sure that the power is still functioning correctly. We'll just stretch that there a little bit. Very good. And so that should give us the ability to have trams on the grid. I'll tell you what, we're getting a bit of a snow problem here. We're getting a bit of a snow... we might need another... where are we? Is it this one? Is it this one? It's this one. What's this? Hey, wow, that was quick. We are a small city. Very, very, very quickly. Ooh, monorails. Oh, cool. Oh, well, I've just chosen to do trams, but... oh, well. But we can also do all of these things, and a hydro power plant. Awesome. And a freaking yoga garden. Oh, I'm going to have one of those for suresies. Hey, it's classified as medical. That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, I suppose that's fair, because, you know, yoga, it's pretty good. I mean, it's... fitness-wise, it's good for you, you know. It helps your body to stay sort of limber and stretchy and all that sort of stuff. It's also good for the old noggin, though. Keeps you sort of, you know, because when you're doing yoga, you don't really... there's nothing beyond the mat that you really sort of think about. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you haven't done it, maybe give it a try if you feel like it. I mean, it's... you know, this is just me. It's just something I enjoy. You might not enjoy it. Who knows? Right, let's create a new tram line. Which I reckon we'll have it starting here. And we'll just have it stopping... oh dear. I kind of don't want that. Let's go here then. Okay, there we go. So we'll have this one and it'll stop at every point that it can through the city. And then it's going to have a little stop... at the bottom end of Bob's area, and then at the top end of Bob's area. We'll have to cut some paths to get out to it. Then we can have a stop kind of here to service that area. I might need to have another one going up that way, probably. We'll have one here. I need to remove that road and downgrade that road. And then here, and then here, next to this road here, and then we can skip all of that and just come straight to here and complete that line. And then on this side of the road, we'll have it going the same way. So we're going to have one that stops in all the same locations, but it just goes in the opposite direction around the main circle road. Might have one just there, actually. Yeah. That one, probably not so great. One here. Here you go, Bob. And donk. Straight through the middle of the city. There we go. So that's completed. I think that should help us out to get at least some people out of roads, like out of cars, and onto, you know, using public transport. Maybe we should have some buses as well. Can we squeeze this across the road from that? We can. So we'll have that sitting there. And then, ooh, biofuel. That would have probably been a good idea. But that's fine. We won't have any bus, you know, lanes just yet. I don't think that's super necessary. But what we're going to do is we're going to have these near to these three stops, right? And then we'll have them go up to the end of the block up here. Oh, guys, this is going to be grand. So these are just going to do the circuit around like this and drop people up and back. We're going to have one that goes the opposite way on this end of the city. Yep. And then here and here and here. Very good. And then Bob can have one that starts here. It's going to just do a little circuit around Bob's neck of the woods, picking up people who need to get into the city. Should we have it go in and around the roundabout? I feel like yes. Oh no, there's no through road there, so we've already missed the roundabout. That's okay. People can walk out and get to it via the path, so that's fine. And then we'll have here, one there, here? Question mark? Actually, let's take a couple of these out, because what I really wanted to happen... See, all these little cul-de-sacs and things here aren't really helping me out. Hang on, we'll roll this back to here, and we'll have a stop here and here on the inside of this ring. And then we can go out to probably there. And then there. We'll come out this way. Yeah. So I have one here at the cemetery, and then out and around the corner to, I guess, here. And then we'll complete it like that. That should do the trick. Groovy. Okay, so that's just going to carry on around that way. Let's have another one for this sort of area, where, let's see. It was mentioned that this kind of looks like a needler from Halo in the Discord channel. I kind of like that. Maybe we'll have to rename this section to Needlesville. But this can be the Needlesville train line, bus line. It's only going to be a little one. It only needs to go like that. In fact, should we include this lot down here as well? I think we should. Great. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's come into here, right, and we'll run around this circuit like this. Done. And there. And then out to... Oh, I see. That's a bit of a problem. Well, let's come... What, you guys can't turn right here? Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, let's do there. That's sort of halfway in between those two tram stops. One can go there. And then... Should we loop it back through? I feel like no. I feel like we can just have that scoot straight up the boulevard to there. And that'll take care of itself. Excellent. Wow. Lots of bus routes. So many bus routes. I'm pretty stoked with this, guys, I have to say. Should we do all of this as well? Yeah, let's do. We've got to figure out, though, I mean, these ones that are around the boulevard, they can make access of the trams to get into the CBD and go to the big shops and stuff. These guys out here, though, they're not going to have that luxury. So unless I build another tram line, which I may do, right, we could have one that just does... It could come down here and then go up through the center of the B, but the B doesn't have a big road going all the way through it. And I'd kind of like to keep these guys fairly sort of on their patma for the time being. Yeah, alright, let's leave it at that. I don't want to go too crazy. I think we should have some way of getting over to the industrial zone quickly, though. What's going to do us best for that? I mean, a metro probably would have been a good idea, but it's going to be a bit pricey. What's this thing? Inner City Metro. Oh, that was yeah, that's an asset that I downloaded. And then metro lines. There's a train here. Do we have... Do we have a train line somewhere where we could do, like... There's one over here, isn't there? Yeah, there's one that crosses across this island over here. I can't see another one anywhere nearby. It looks like, yeah, it looks like that's the only line in this whole area. So what we'd have to do to get to that... And is that another one there? It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, I think that's the train line, and it curves over that way. There's a shipping route here as well, which is pretty cool. Maybe we'll... ooh, alright. Ship. Cargo hub. And cargo harbour. So we need 2,600 people in the city to be able to use that. What are these things? A ferry depot, a ferry stop, a ferry pier, and a ferry and bus exchange spot. Okay, cool. We don't really need those. I would like to get a harbour, though, of some kind, in here. I think that'd be awesome. But we can do a blimp depot, a blimp stop, and yeah. Do we really want to build a blimp? I don't think we do. Maybe a monorail. Would that be a good way as like as a fast way to get down here? And we can have that circle up, and it could just be a straight line, right? It could go from here down through past Caleton somewhere, maybe on the edge of Caleton, and then down to the industrial line, just as a straight shuttle back and forth. Would that be good? So what do we got here? Monorail tracks, one way, with a 2-lane road, with a 4-lane road, and then metro, monorail, train. Wow, Okay, so there's just a monorail station. Monorail with road. Monorail bus hub. That's probably not a bad idea. With a built-in bus stop so passengers can easily switch between two transport types. I think that might be something we need to do. So if I put that here somewhere... Okay. So I would need to put the monorail road on... Well, that's a highway. I can't really do that. I could put it down this way somewhere. There we go. All we need to do is plonk that down like that. I don't quite understand how the roads get in. I mean, these are road connections on the end. So they just... We just want this. And... Yep. Okay. Fine. I mean, I'm not... I mean, that's cool. I don't really want to do that, though, guys. I mean, I would kind of prefer to have this as just a normal road. Whoops. Let's go straight for 12 and then curve down. And then curve... No. Let's go straight for... I don't know. 7. And then curve down. No. That looks awful. Was that going to do it? That should do the trick. Let's do that. Great. Okay, and then we can have... I guess this one can curve out like in... Down like to there? Sure, that looks fine. I mean, it doesn't. But don't worry, I have a plan. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have that coming out like that after we get back into roads and we change out this road. Like, is it a 2-lane road? Small 4-lane road. Yes. Like this. Right? Like that. And then this one as well can go out like that. And then it's monorail time, baby. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, I've just realized that we're well over time on this episode. I think maybe we should probably call it there. Yeah, I think we should. Alright. Well, look. Thanks for putting up with an abnormally long episode, guys. I hope it was not too bad. I do expect to see my view time for this episode being a bit lower than normal, but that's fine. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a lovely day. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys. See ya.